quit my 9 to 5 to chase my dreams. Electrical engineer, working that 9 to 5 life, going to my cubicle every day, not happy. Last year, I just dreamed to escape that life, that something was bigger out there for me. I've worked all hours of the day building my online business, building my coaching program, helping others. And I found that's what my true purpose in life is. Been praying and praying for God to relieve me of this life, to lead me in the right direction. And that is why I am moving. I'm moving to chase my dream. I'm moving out of here to reset my life, to build something bigger than myself. This is where I started, Syracuse, New York, where I made all of these videos right here. And now I'm packing up. I'm creating a new chapter of my life. And I would be lying if I said I wasn't fearful, if I wasn't nervous, if I wasn't anxious of what the future holds for me. But I know that God is guiding me and that whatever happens, I'm going to learn, I'm going to prosper, and I'm going to help others no matter what comes up in my way. And trust me, it wasn't easy breaking away from this lifestyle, this structure. I had a solid paycheck every week. But I know that if I go out on this branch and I chase my dreams, I'm living a life that I won't regret. I'm writing the story that I want. It's business. It could fail. Everything could go down the drain. I could drain my savings and utterly fail. But I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. I'm chasing something bigger than myself. What if it works out? What if I create something so great that I inspire thousands of people? I help millions of homeless off the street. I help millions of people get sober. What if? My biggest thing is I don't want to look back in 20 years from now and say, what if I did that? What could I have done if I took that leap? I want to do it now because I'm in my 20s. I can fail. I can learn. And this step is not going to break me. If all goes wrong, I learned. I learned what went right, what went wrong. But I know I at least tried and gave my all. I'm going to document this journey, show you guys packing up. I'm going to take you on my travel to Florida. I'm driving. It's a 20-hour drive. And I want to keep you on the loop and take you on this journey of building my business, of building something bigger than myself. If you are someone who is stuck in that cycle, that 9 to 5, being bossed around people above you, and you want to break free, what's holding you back? We officially just took off for Florida. It's a 21-hour drive. The car all packed up, and I'm going to take you guys along the journey, so stay tuned. So I decided to make this move about a couple weeks to a month ago. I was living in an apartment in Syracuse. My lease was up in May, so I was going to plan on leaving in May, but I was able to get out of my lease early, and from the time I decided that I wanted to move to this happening was about a month. So I'm excited, I'm nervous, acting quick on what I was thinking and moving forward. The quicker I move, the less time I have to think about it, the things that could go wrong, the anxiety. But I feel like my purpose, my passion is leading me to Florida. I don't know what it has in store for me, but I'm excited. I had been praying for God to guide me, and Florida just kind of came out of nowhere. So I'm excited to get down there, continue my journey with coaching, and build myself up. I dropped my electrical engineering job. I quit. I was done with that corporate lifestyle, having to report to another person, tell them where I am, tell them what I'm doing all the time. I appreciate all the people that I worked with, but that's not the lifestyle for me. When you are working around people that you don't look up to, I want to build something bigger than myself. Something where I can help thousands of people. I can help millions of homeless people off the streets with the things that I do. And working in a desk job, a cubicle, 9 to 5 for the rest of my life is not going to get me there. I would go to work every morning, get home from work every day, not feeling fulfilled. It feels like I was just working to put money in another man's pocket. That's what it felt like. You know, everyone above me is making more. You know, they work that 9 to 5 life for as long as they can remember. And if they were a good little boy, they get a raise. And that's how the system works. You know, you can get a little bit more each year, every couple of years, if you listen to them, if you follow the rules, if you go to your boss's office and chat with them each day. You know, it's all a game. And I was ready to break away from that and build something better than myself. So that's what I'm doing. And I want to show you guys that if you truly believe in yourself and you chase what you believe in, who will be successful. It's not just about the money. I'm chasing the purpose. I'm chasing helping others. I'm chasing giving back to people who need it. Because God will give me the world if I'm ready. And He wants me to give back to others. So when I'm providing these services, when I'm helping others, and there's payment to me, I have to give back what God is giving me to those who need. So I can do that by helping homeless, making them backpacks, making them support packs, things like that. So it's a never-ending loop, and that is what I'm set out to do. So I can help people get sober, I can help people off the streets, and at the same time I've got to be able to support myself. But it is way more fulfilling for me to be able to do that. And on my sobriety journey, I realized that one thing that makes me happy is seeing other people happy. So this is something that I can do every single day, and I see some of my sobriety clients go from below zero. They're down, they're an emotional wreck, and a couple months later they wake up with a smile on their face. They have a better relationship with their family, and they can finally look in the mirror and be proud of themselves. That means the world to me, because I was at a point where I couldn't face myself in the mirror. To be in the lowest spot of my life about 1.5 years ago to now helping others through sobriety is the biggest blessing, because I couldn't have dreamed of this. You know, having one client versus having 20, 30 clients within 1.5 years. So it's the biggest blessing, and I wake up and I pray every single morning how grateful I am for that. Tomorrow's not promised, but I live every day to the fullest, and I wake up and I'm excited, and I get to text all my clients, and it's the biggest blessing. All right, guys, so it is day 2. We are at 7 a.m. We left this morning at 4:30 a.m. I stopped in Lumberton, North Carolina. I was getting exhausted. I drove about 13 hours yesterday, but I'm excited. We are on the last leg of this drive. I should be getting to Florida around 1 p.m. hopefully. Nervous, excited. There's so much more to come in my life, and I can't express enough how grateful I am to be able to have this opportunity, to have a car to get me there, to have the financials to go out on this leg of life and drop the corporate world, see what I can make of myself. Because I know if I don't give up, if I do what feels right to me, if I give back to others and do it out of the bottom of my heart, God will provide me everything. He will give me the world. About never taking it for granted, always staying true to yourself. Don't switch up. Stay true to myself. I stay true to the person that I was. Obviously, I'm having growth on this journey. I'm becoming a better person, being able to provide for my family, being able to learn from the struggles that I've been through, and be able to pass them down to my kids one day, and learn to grow in faith, learn all of these things, but also stay true to the person I am. I'm crazy, I'm fun, I like listen to rap music, I like all that. I'm not just gonna switch that up because I'm becoming a different person. So there's always things that you keep, and there's things that you can improve, but never switch up on who you truly are. I just want to come on here, give you guys an update. When I get to Florida, I'll take you maybe through my apartment. I'm moving to St. Pete. I'll do a sit-down talk about what led me to this decision, what gave me the courage to leave the corporate world. I feel like so many young men, young women, living lives of quiet desperation. I heard a quote on Joe Rogan where it was like, most men live lives of quiet desperation. And what that means is they're caught in this cycle where they go to work every day, they make just enough money to provide for their family, and they sit at home alone, always dreaming of escaping that life because they're stuck. No matter how much money you make, you feel like you're never doing enough. As a man, that is so demoralizing. It wrecks you, because if you feel like you're never doing enough, imagine living that life every single day. And working the 9 to 5, it limits you on what you can make, what you can provide for your family. Taking the step, building what I'm building, allows me to create what I want to create. If I put in the work, I can make more money. I can impact more lives. And that is fulfilling to me. So I control what I make, what I generate, how I go about my life. In the corporate world, you are stuck. You listen to a boss, whether you like them or not. They control your pay. If you're a good little boy, they might give you a raise. And that's how it works. That's how the matrix works. But it's different breaking out on your own, chasing your goals, chasing your dreams. And the thing is, I'm building something that will last. So I'm okay if it takes 5-10 years to build this. I'm in it for the long run. And you guys see, I post things that get 1 like, 2 likes, 3 likes. I'm fucking posting it regardless because it's what I enjoy and I know it impacts at least some people. If a video gets 200 views, fuck yeah. Some people look at that and say, oh, that's not a lot of views. 200 people is a lot of fucking people because I want to inspire you. A year and a half ago, I was a drug addict, $50,000 in debt. I was on the verge of losing my job, friendships, so many different things. And I'm not going to lie, the first 6 months to a year were hard because I made it hard on myself. And I was sad. I was waking up every day struggling. I was trying to pay off my debt, but I made it through that period of time. I prospered. I found my way through. And a huge thing was finding God, finding my faith, going to church every day, praying. Please, God, provide me with purpose, with a passion. And this came to me. So I'm excited to take you guys on this journey. Another thing with taking this leap that was so hard was no one understands the journey that I'm on. So while my family loves me, they support me, they want me to be safe, they want me to be okay. And I completely understand that. So that route would be keeping my electrical engineering job, having that stable income, because they don't necessarily understand the internet space, the online coaching space. I love both of my parents, but back of their mind, I know they don't fully support it. They know I'm going to do what I want to do, and they say they support me, but at the end of the day, they have their doubts because they want me to be safe, and I think that's probably the parent instinct in them. It's hard to break away from that and go against what's always been done because all they know is the safe route. Take the safe route. I mean, my mom's built her own business, so she knows, but it's hard for people to understand what I'm doing because they're not as involved with the internet. And when you don't see instant to the top success, like I've been doing well for myself, I've been consistently growing, but it's not fully established with what I'm building because what I'm building might take years. It's not going to happen overnight, but it might happen in a year, it might happen in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, who knows. But I'm in it for the long haul. And it's just going with my gut, believing in myself. You know, I'm a big gambler. I'm retired now, but why don't I gamble on myself? Because I will take that bet any single day. This is a motivator for you guys. If you're on the fence, if you don't have that full support where you might be going against what people want you to do it. But you have to go all in. You have to truly believe in yourself, and you have to not give up. Because there's times where it's not going to be going well, where you're posting and you're not getting any views, you're getting hate, you're getting all of these things. But you have to stay consistent. You have to stay true to yourself because people are watching. People are going to say, is he showing up every day or is he inconsistent? Because when you're building something great, you have to stay true, you have to stay consistent, and eventually it will happen. But thanks, guys. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. In case you skipped to this part, to sum it up, I quit my 9-to-5 electrical engineering job. I moved from Syracuse, New York to St. Petersburg, Florida. I dropped my job to chase my purpose in online coaching and building an online recovery program for people struggling with addiction, with cocaine, alcohol, gambling, all of the above. It was not an easy decision. I battled fear, doubt, and the voices, both internally and from family, everybody around me. Everyone wanted me to take the safe route and stay stuck in that 9-to-5 lifestyle. But I wanted to take that risk, take that gamble on myself because I know what I'm capable of. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the breaking point. I hit a point where I couldn't ignore that voice anymore. It had been going on for about a year where I dreamed of chasing something bigger than myself, of leaving that 9-to-5 lifestyle that I wasn't happy with. I wasn't finding fulfillment. I signed up for an electrical engineering school. I just got put in the electrical engineering program and I went with it. That wasn't what I was truly interested in. I was good at math, but I just went with it because that made everybody happy. That is what I felt like I needed to do. It was a good option. It was a safe option. I would make good money. But I didn't really care about it. Specifically, I was working on substation designs, and it was difficult because I wasn't passionate about what I was doing. I was doing all right, I was making good money, but I could care less about designing substations. I had everything that people said I should want. I had a great job, I had a great degree, friends, money, all of these things, so on paper it was perfect. But inside I was struggling, and it wasn't giving me the fulfillment that I needed. I felt empty. I felt like I wasn't making a proper impact on this earth. That wasn't what God put me on this earth to do. On my sobriety journey this last year and a half, I learned that making others happy, helping others was what I was here for. That is what God put me on this earth for. So I had been thinking about this last year. What if I went all in on helping others? Developing a program that can impact millions of people. I can help homeless off the street. I can help people get clean of addiction. And it also helps me be accountable, stay sober, stay true to myself. That leads us to the next part, the journey to get here. You guys watched at the beginning of the videos what was going through my mind, what I was thinking, my fears, my anxiety, my excitement. And I would be lying if I didn't second guess myself and ask, am I making the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? But in reality, I have a reason to be down here. I had been praying to God to present me with a big opportunity, to lead me to greatness. And this kind of just happened. It happened within a couple weeks. I acted quick, I made these decisions, it was feeling right. When you're doing something that has never been done in your family, you're going out, you're adventuring, you're exploring new things, you're building something bigger than yourself, it's scary. Like, it could completely fail and I'd be stuck. I can go back to my 9-to-5 job, but I want to pursue this. I thought about, what if I let my family down? What if I utterly fail? What will they think? And at the end of the day, I do have a very supportive family. They probably would like me to stay in the 9-to-5 because it's a stable paycheck. They don't understand the online space as much. But at the end of the day, they love me no matter what, and they do support me. There is always that thought in the back of my mind that I've got to succeed to make them proud. But I know they'll be proud of me regardless, and they've been there for me through everything. So I thank them for that. That was one of the huge reasons that I stayed complacent. I was scared of what everybody else would think. Would they allow me to do this? Would they support me? And it really just took me to saying, I'm doing this regardless. I would respect if you guys support me and love me still. And you know what? They did. That drive down here, that wasn't just a road trip. That was a leap of faith. Each mile I drove, each state that I went, it reminded me that growth doesn't come from being complacent. It takes risk. It takes going out on that limb that no one else has been before. It comes from trust in yourself. It comes in belief, having strong faith with God. Because I wake up every day and I ask Him, please God, give me the courage, give me the strength to keep going, to guide me in the right direction. Please bring me clients to help. I know for a fact, if I stay true to myself, if I stay true to God and do the things that I know I need to do, He will guide me in the right direction. And I will make this the biggest program that has ever been made. I will impact thousands, if not millions of lives. I will help as many people as I physically can. And I believe in myself. And I am going to input as many inputs as I can to be successful. Do as many things as I can that it would be very unlikely that I would fail. This leads us to the next part, my vision. What am I creating? Now that I am in Florida, everything seems real. I'm building a new routine. I'm going out on that limb and creating. I am putting all my effort into building OTG Recovery, an on-the-go recovery program that helps addicts while living in the environment that they struggled in. They don't have to leave their families. They don't have to leave their jobs. They can get sober in the environment that they struggled in. For me, this isn't just about the money. Yeah, the money's nice and I need that to be able to support myself, but it's about impacting. It's about creating a community that supports one another, where you don't have to feel alone through addiction. You have people to reach out to. You have people that can guide you in the right direction. I've proven that my systems worked. I have helped people get sober for 8 months. We've got someone on 6 months that have been in a 3-month rehab program that relapsed the first day out. And I was able to work with them, make them feel understood, pick them back up when they were struggling, and show them this is what you're supposed to do. Rather than fail and go back into that same cycle, if not worse, we pick you back up. We show you that it's possible to be sober, but you have to build a life so good that you don't want to go back. Now that I'm able to put all my effort into helping people, I can impact thousands of lives. People who are successful, who have everything, but they struggle opening up. They struggle reaching out because they have everything put together on paper. They've got finances, they've got their business together, they've got great family, but they are struggling inside. It's the one thing that they lack in. And their ego prevents them from reaching out for help, from going to a rehab program. But they're able to reach out to me. We can keep it between us. We can silently help them and build them up to the person that they need to be and fix this one thing that they struggle with. This is the last part, some lessons that I've learned along the way. Fear will never go away. That is something that you have to work around, and you keep guiding, you keep moving forward regardless. You can't live your life based on what other people expect of you. You have to go out on that limb and truly believe in yourself. You have to have strong faith and do what feels right no matter what. No one became great by doing something that everybody else does. You have to be different, and that is okay. Not everybody's gonna understand you, but you will understand yourself. And taking this leap taught me that it's not about knowing how it will work out. It's about having faith that it will. My name's Josh McCauley. I'm an online fitness and sobriety coach that is the owner of OTG Recovery program. If you are looking for help, if you are looking to find yourself, find fitness, find a better life, DM me freedom on Instagram. My username is Josh McCauley _. I also have a school program. That link is in my YouTube. You can click that. We have an amazing community where we are growing. There are sobriety courses. We have wins chats. We have struggles chats, but it is growing with a bunch of people struggling with the same things. So you aren't alone anymore. I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. There's going to be a lot more to come, but I look forward to it. Thank you guys.